Hello, welcome to day 5. This is the Walk with Kev podcast. I keep calling it a podcast, but it's a YouTube channel. I think the format is more like a podcast than a YouTube channel. But anyway, it's day 5. We're walking every day, and we're recording it. The hope is that maybe someday some of you will join me, not in person, but in spirit, in getting out for a walk and feeling some of those benefits. Today I am in Tibradden, which is a little wooded area with a nice trail that is near my house. It is around 7:20. It's Sunday morning. It is really foggy and creepy out here. It's a little bit cold, a little bit damp. Hopefully it doesn't rain too heavy, because I'll have to put away the camera if it does. And we are walking up to a cairn, a neolithic cairn, which is an ancient burial site, which will be pretty cool. So I'm not going to do too much talking. I'm going to turn the camera around and just show you what the walk looks like, probably speed it up a little bit. And yeah, let's check out the forest. I like to try and get out into nature once a week at least if I can. It's really good for clearing your head and just getting a good walk in. So I will turn the camera back around when I get to the top, and we can have a chat up there. Until then, enjoy the scenery. I'll add some nice music if I can find it, and I'll add some timestamps so you can skip there if you want. So enjoy and see you at the top. Hey, so we're at the top. This is the cairn. This is a neolithic burial site apparently, so that's Stone Age. I don't know exactly what year that is, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to hang out somewhere where people were hanging out a couple of thousand years ago. So yeah, this is it. There's a rock there with a spiral pattern. They think that was actually done by people in like the 1850s or something like that, so that's not authentic Stone Age shit, but yeah, this is it. The rain, I'm trying to shelter the camera, the rain is coming down pretty heavy up here, so I can't hold the camera out and do much talking. So what I'm going to do is walk down here on the other side of the cairn to my favourite place, just to give you a look at that. Probably won't do much talking again, and I'll have to stop recording then and put away the camera because I don't want it to get water damaged. I'll wrap this up in the car on the way back, but yeah, if you want to hang around and enjoy the rest of the walk, please feel free to do so. Okay, talk to you in a while. Okay, we're coming to what is my favourite place now, probably my favourite place in Dublin. It's like a little narrow walkway, passageway through a bunch of trees, and then it opens out into a view of like a valley. You can see the Sugarloaf in the distance. You won't see anything today because, look around, we are essentially in the abyss. It's pretty miserable, I'm soaking wet, but that's, we don't hike to stay comfortable. If I wanted to be warm and comfortable, I'd be at home in bed. So I'm going to flip the camera back around and show you what it's like coming through here. So normally you'd be able to see the Sugarloaf off in that direction, which is a mountain in Wicklow. It's like a valley here. There's another hill up there, up to Fairy Castle. Normally I'd go up there. I'm not going to go up today. Maybe I will, but I'm going to turn off the camera. I'll probably do a quick wrap up when I'm back at the car. But the camera's already got more wet than I would like. It's not waterproof. The weather radar said there was no rain, but I am soaked. There's been lots of rain. I've been walking with my hand here above the camera to try and keep it covered, but hopefully it's a nice peaceful walk. Maybe we'll do silent Sundays or something. It's nice to not have to talk when I'm out walking. So yeah, like I said, I'll wrap up in the car, but thank you for joining me, and see you then. Okay, so I know I said I'd check in at the car, but I decided to walk up to Fairy Castle, and that is this thing. It's a big pile of rocks. It is also a cairn, and as you can see from behind me, I am deep in the abyss now. Let me flip it around. Usually over here you'd be able to see a lovely view of Dublin. Over here Wicklow's off in that direction. Over there is back where I came, and over there again would be Dublin and kind of the direction I came from. So yeah, not the most scenic trip up to Tibradden, and this is Ticknock, but I'll be back up here. We'll do it on a sunnier day, I promise. It is really nice on a sunny day. Today was a stroll to the abyss, which, that can be nice. Okay, so we are back in the car. I am soaking wet. Turns out the abyss is pretty damp. It felt like a walk through the clouds, so I guess it makes sense that it was wet. But I feel good. I think it doesn't really matter as long as you've got the proper clothes, the proper boots. Going out in that sort of weather is fine. And what I'm really looking forward to now is going home, hot shower, then cold shower, get on the comfiest clothes that I own, and get a nice hot cup of lemon and ginger tea. And that will feel good. Then I'll edit this video, upload it, and then go about my Sunday. A couple of things I thought about while I was on the walk that I probably would have said if I'd been recording if it wasn't for the weather. It's interesting when you're out on a morning walk. It's like 9:15 now. I've got my 10,000 steps in for the day already, and I passed by a bunch of people. Some of them are running, some of them are walking, but when you're on a morning hike, everybody's so friendly. Everybody, you know, as they walk by, there's always a good morning and a smile, and it's almost like, you know, they know what's up. They're up early, they're out there, they're doing it, they're feeling good. So everyone's kind of happy. It feels very different than walking around a city. If I went into Dublin City at 7 o'clock this morning, I don't think it would have been as friendly. So I think something about getting out into nature, there's something really positive about it. Also, I was thinking about walking and how, with arthritis in particular, walking uphill feels really, really good. I mean, it's heavier on your lungs. You're going to breathe a bit heavier. It's heavier on your muscles. Your legs are going to get tired. Your calves in particular are going to get tired. But it feels really good on your joints. Coming downhill, that's where the problem is. You feel that more in your knees, more in your hips. I actually feel really good today. Not really any pain. My wrist is still a bit sore. My upper back is a little bit tight maybe, but that walk felt pretty good. But coming downhill, and there was a point where actually there's a kind of a rocky bit downhill, and I stepped on a rock. My foot didn't land properly on it, and it twisted, my ankle twisted sideways, and my knee got pulled to the right, and it just kind of reinforced in my mind the importance of strengthening your legs, strengthening your ankles, so that you're not falling over. You know, I didn't fall. I was able to maintain my balance. I felt that pull. Had I gone further, you know, that could have been a sprained ankle or a broken ankle, worst case scenario, or twisted knee or something like that. But I think doing squats, barefoot shoes, you know, strengthen your ankles, squats, knees, strong legs, doing some unilateral work where you're, you know, kind of focusing on one leg over the other, which helps your balance, doing mobility work, doing balance work, all this sort of stuff, especially as you get older, really, really beneficial, because you don't want to be falling, especially not when you've got arthritis. I think I'm particularly afraid of injury, not enough to stop me from going out and stuff, but I'm afraid of injury because I know the less I move, the worse I feel in terms of my joints. So if I'm injured and I've got kind of severely restricted mobility, that's going to be a problem. But yeah, that's it for today. If you're still here, thanks for joining me, and see you tomorrow.